consciously eating.
Alright, alright, alright. New game, no, new day, new video. Today we have a Pro League best of 3 between YummyBlabla and Guinness. And with me today is the infamous Etano Circus.
Well, you know, the fame has to come from somewhere, so we might as well be infamous. But already the game is starting off consciously. I would have our normal introductions, but it seems something foul is happening over on this game.
It's absolutely like the game is not even 1 minute in and we already see stuff which is super unusual. I mean, YummyBlabla for like if you only have one player doing it, it's fine. But Guinness building his house so far up in front, I think I only saw that by DC once. Yeah, Destroy Call did it once, but yeah, not really sure what that brings or what that does. But interesting choice to build the den here at his third base location as well. So very strange openings. Can you make any sense out of Guinness opening?
I could theory craft. I'm great at theory crafting, as we all know. I still can't figure out why the house is this far out, and then the dead is over here. Like, I feel like Tony Stark in Infinity War. I've seen like 9 million possibilities, and in none of them do I understand this opening.
Okay, so we agree that it's super weird and we don't understand it, but maybe it's next level stuff only top players like Guinness know. Maybe he can enlighten us in the comments or somebody else does understand it. But interesting choice to go for soldiers by Yummy here, and I think yeah, Guinness is now seeing it, and the first soldier is out instead of raiders. Why do you think YummyBlabla chosen soldiers over raiders here?
So Yummy played a while ago, so he may not be as comfortable or as familiar with raiders, though his control is certainly capable of managing it. And also, if you just need to beat down a building, honestly, raiders, you know, sometimes that doesn't feel good trying to set that up. It's hard to stand and fight. Guinness immediately canceled that castle, by the way. The plan was to have the natural be the third base.
Yeah.
That's not happening anymore.
But the micro from Yummy is, delicious to watch.
No, did you see that? He lost the worker and the wolf.
Yeah! No! So good. So good. Yeah, but we see street dance as an answer from Guinness to the soldiers. But he will also lose one then, so maybe he already knew that the soldiers would clamp down the den. But yeah, the great micro by Guinness here, with this one soldier fighting two at the same time. It's really something for the eye.
Yes. Because you can tell he's paying a lot of attention to that soldier and waiting for the weakened wolf to come back.
Yeah.
And now it's 2.5 wolves, my favorite American sitcom, 2.5 wolves, against 5 soldiers.
Yeah.
I don't know how does Guinness hold this?
Well,
is there any world?
Interesting choice to bring a worker. So I guess it will be a tower, right? So it makes the most sense.
It almost certainly has to be. Yeah, this is another benefit to having the soldiers over the raiders, is that the raiders would have to chase and deal with the wolves, but wouldn't be able to stand and fight them. Meanwhile, if this does start a tower, oh no, and it does. Now you have to fight it.
Yeah.
Now you have to try and kill the worker.
Yeah. What do you think of just taking the wolves and run over to harass the workers from Yummy? Would that make sense to do? Since Guinness is getting a tower of his own in his main base? You think that would be, I don't know, wiser than staying here and just losing the wolves?
Yeah, probably. The problem is that he needs to have the wolves present a threat long enough to not make Yummy think he can go for the base trade, because there's not a tower yet. In a few seconds there will be a tower, and then Guinness can run all of his wolves wherever he wants to. He can sit them in the upper right corner if he wants.
Yeah.
But he needs to convince Yummy that he really doesn't want this to happen. And now that the tower is down, look at the wolves. They're just gone. They're leaving.
Oh yeah, actually they're coming back.
No, no, wolves, no, go back, wolves,
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
wolves, wolves,
But
don't
they
do
kill,
this.
but they killed the worker, right? So, but now the house from Guinness is gonna be the next target. I think. Yeah, the Sin City from Guinness is alright. Really, really, really
Yes,
nice.
yes.
I mean, the two houses. Yeah, nice.
Guinness did a good job getting the worker on the way back, because now another worker would have to come out to keep sending more and more watchtowers.
Yeah.
And he's kind of got the wolves here because he doesn't want the high ground vision. If you swap over quickly, you can see if Yummy doesn't have high ground vision, then those wolves can defend. But now that he does, yeah, now the wolves have to retreat.
And so they do. So the question now is, Yummy cannot enter the base, so he will try to contain. But Guinness also getting werewolves now is kind of a nice idea, I guess. I mean, they are very great versus watchtowers. But I think he needs more than one, right? He wants to have 2 or 3 or more until he moves out. And the fortress. Oh, interesting. So he will definitely go for dragons and werewolf, and I think that's a smart choice when you're on one base. But I'm not too sure if Guinness is currently behind, but I think he's really behind, right? He's very far behind.
Well, if the game goes to a normal state, it's not going to look good for him. I mean, we see that Yummy has spread workers and soldiers all over the map so that he can check all of the expansions.
Yeah.
He can hold the base. Pretty soon, Yummy will be able to make his natural expansion.
Yeah.
He's got the natural of Guinness contained. You know, that Guinness has to try something ballsy here.
Yeah.
Because Yummy didn't win the game outright, but he's in a pretty advantageous position. In most cases, you just wish Yummy would go find out that there's a fortress being made.
Yes,
and then you would say, surely I'll know everything.
Yeah, I just checked his vision and he didn't move in further. So he saw only the houses, the tower, and he didn't even scout the upgrade for the fortress. So he doesn't know of werewolf dens, he doesn't know that dragons are coming. So Yummy here, like, kinda in the dark. And I'm not too sure if that's not breaking his neck in the end.
I mean, I would hope that it doesn't. The soldiers here are guarding the ramp to the natural, so that if any workers go by, obviously the soldiers will be able to deal with them. He's hoping for these more normal tactics, while Guinness snipes the worker that was going to go make the natural. So all these little delay tactics with these wolves by Guinness are buying time for the werewolf count to go from 1 to now it's almost 2. And a dragon's there. It's going to come up as well. The one base beast tech push.
And also the most expensive units who take the longest, and I mean, usually you cannot really produce on one base dragons and werewolves, but I guess he will stop producing werewolves at some point and then just go into dragons a lot. But man, I'm not sure if Yummy can get up the natural and fortify it, and maybe, I guess the thing will be that Yummy needs to hold the position, and he's currently supply blocked, and he's trying to get into archers and raiders, but I think it's too late already.
It's going to be really hard. Raiders are at best a soft counter, and the other to werewolves at best. And then the other thing is that Guinness kills another worker with his wolves. These wolves have just stayed alive forever. They can see everything.
Yeah,
and that's the real big problem, is that Yummy... Yeah, all of Yummy's plans are known and laid bare. Is that, you're just gonna go make a Rax army and have a second barracks? So that's cool, I guess, but I have werewolves.
Yeah, and now the werewolves kind of guarding the choke here, and I think 3 werewolves are definitely able to kill 1 watchtower pretty easily, I would say. And also the soldiers are kind of useless now. They cannot guard anything here.
No, because one smash is gonna destroy them. Also, smash does 40 damage to this watchtower, so there was a cute move a little while ago to use smash from the high ground on the ramp. It's really sick.
Yeah, but now the Rex will get killed. I think workshops now would my idea in Yummy's shoes. I mean, he's only 2 workers ahead on 2 bases. I'm not too sure if he can even pull that off, honestly. If he gets a workshop now, I would try it. I would try at least 1 workshop to have Gatling guns, because Gatling guns are just just the hard counter to werewolves. And with the towers, he's honestly set up for every dragon who's coming flying. And soon we will see in the natural, one dragon from Guinness is arriving. And interestingly, Yummy decides to out here on the map. I mean, he finds one werewolf in the middle, but there are 3 werewolves zooming around on the other side of the map. And yeah, Yummy, close call. Yummy almost losing this raider. Okay, he gets one werewolf. I think that's huge, honestly. And the archers are great versus the lonely dragons. But yeah, now the werewolf's coming, and I think the archers are done for, pretty much.
Oh yeah, this is also, if anyone wasn't watching this consciously, did you see? If you look on your minimap, you can see the remnants of the 2 barracks by the 3rd base of Guinness. Do you see them? I don't see them because werewolves completely shreked them. They're just dead immediately. So now the problem is that the soldiers don't regen health, but the werewolves do, and the werewolves have smash.
Yeah, and the werewolves are 3. It's insane. We have 50 supply, close to 50 supply versus 28. That's like huge.
Also, watch this house. Watch this.
Yeah,
Guinness is smartly positioning the dragon against some workers while this house is getting absolutely destroyed. Look at this house.
Yeah, but he also losing. He's losing 1 dragon as well. Kinda unfortunate. Guess he was busy with the werewolves.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it didn't supply block Yummy, so you would have to say that it's pretty good trade there, getting the dragon for the house. But the whole Rax army has been routed. Yeah. Look at them. They're fleeing They're fleeing from the werewolf feeding frenzy. Yeah. And the werewolves take their maces.
Yeah, he really needs the damage versus the werewolves, but 3 werewolves are too much to deal with now. And with 2 towers, and the werewolves can get in actually. I didn't notice that. I thought the SimCity from YummyBlabla was closing everything, so the werewolves can get in. But actually, they can up there above the barracks. I think he can the werewolves. But yeah, now with the 2 dragons even and 3 dragons, 3 werewolves. Yeah, there's nothing Miami can't do at this point. Very
the best Yummy can hope for is stop position on the workers in front of this watchtower, but then Smash can blow them all away.
Yeah.
Oh no!
This is so repair doesn't work now.
Not when they're 40 damage a shot. Not when it's 40 damage a shot. It's just too much.
He hits 1 werewolf, but the rest will get in, and there we have it. GG. So first game taken by Guinness. Not bad, not bad.
Very good, actually, from Guinness. There's definitely points there where if you're sitting in the game, you think, yeah, Yummy's won this. All he has to do is just do, I don't know, 1 of 5 things, and he's all set. And it turns out werewolves and dragons, good units when you're not ready for them. Really good. Really nicely played by Guinness. I'm going to start yelling his name now because his name is capitalized.
All right. Second game. Guinness in blue on the top left and top right, and Yummy in the bottom left in red. Let's see. What do we expect from these players? To see something of the same but different map?
I was expecting, maybe a more normal opening, and then all of a sudden I saw Guinness was sending his worker out immediately on altitude. It looks like he wants to bring out some attitude, and we've got the same out there, weirdly destroy call-esque house.
But
YummyBlabla,
they're doing the same again.
This YummyBlabla's worker is just like got shades. He's vibing. He's doing a bit of a strut. He's giving himself a walk. He doesn't need fire in the ice cold of altitude because he's bringing his own heat.
He's cool enough.
Of course, he's cool for the summer. While we're getting into it, do you have a quick PSA you want to say about this map?
Yeah, well, I'm the creator, but I think I already covered it in some other YouTube videos.
Sure.
Usually, I mean, I had to balance it. That's why we have the LE version in the map pool for ProLeague, because it was too OP to abuse. Um, but now I think it's pretty much fixed and ready for ladder. But maybe AC, I don't know, takes another look at it. But I think he's still not a huge fan of it because it's very heavy mech favored, so to say. But yeah,
Yes.
I mean, there are maps who are favored for this and that, so you can. I mean, these players don't give a damn. They just play their stuff and they don't really
Oh, they're here
care.
to win. They're here to
Yeah,
win. They're like, if you told them like, actually, worker rush is overpowered on this map, they would
they
just
wouldn't.
worker rush each other.
Yeah,
Like they just would.
yeah.
It's funny tale of two cities moment here. Consciously, if you click in the upper middle, you can see the den, the barracks, and the house. And if you click in the bottom middle, you can see a den, a barracks, and pretty soon I suspect there's gonna be a house.
Yeah.
So so classic double den versus double racks, proxy cheese on the side of the map. Who do you favor? As the wolf and the raider,
I think
introduce each other.
I think since we have from Guinness we have soldier as an answer. I think soldiers are so much better than wolves, and raiders are also so much better than wolves that the proxy 2 racks idea from Guinness should in the end work out, and yeah, we just better. But I think YummyBlabla with hiding his wolves here is kind of helping him right now because the raider didn't engage. So the raider, maybe Guinness expects some kind of castle play with one den, something like that. And we'll find out only when he's moving in with his army now. But it seems they both have pretty much the same timing to attack, interestingly. So we will most likely see a base trade. I think the player going back actually loses the game, right? You don't want to, I don't know, you
Yeah,
don't want to turn
yeah.
around as YummyBlabla here.
It gets really weird because if you're Yummy, like your units are faster, and you almost don't want to do the full base trade.
Yeah.
Because if you do the full base trade, they have Rax units that just objectively hit harder. In the case of an archer, have more range. In the case of a soldier, wreck buildings faster.
Yeah.
It gets really weird really quickly.
But I think the base race itself, I think that is something Yummy can win in the end. Just because he has more buildings.
Yeah, the actual building thing, and that's what's weird here too, is that the wolves, you would kind of favor the wolves to take care of the workers that are left over there and get us his base, and there they are. It looks like it's a full base race. He got the barracks, he saw the house, he's going for the house. He might complete this watchtower and then go in there. Meanwhile, down the natural, we see that Guinness's forces are showing up into YummyBlabla's main, and there isn't anything there. The watchtower isn't completed.
Yeah, but the one for Guinness is completing, and I think that's the mistake here. Like, if YummyBlabla moves up, instead of killing the house down here, he wins this game. Because right now he just didn't, and now 2 towers are finished, and his wolves will all be dead soon enough. And yeah, in YummyBlabla's base there was no tower to be finished, or there was a tower and finished, but it was killed again. So yeah, Yummy is pretty damn dead now.
And the problem for Yummy is that 3 raiders, like uncontested 3 soldiers do wreck a single watchtower. There weren't 3 soldiers. There were 3 soldiers, a couple of raiders, some
and
archers,
an
archer. And that's the most important thing, is that there's still a worker alive over here for Guinness. Look at the top.
Yeah.
As everything is going down. Check the supply. Like there's less workers in this game than one player starts with.
All right, yeah.
No.
And that concludes it. Yummy leaves, and yeah, kind of 2-0. I didn't expect, honestly. I didn't expect to go 2-0 here, especially in Guinness' favor. I was pretty sure that one of these players at least takes one map, but 2-0, I didn't expect that, like, at all.
Oh no, not at all. I wonder if this will light a fire under Yummy to play more games.
Yeah, hopefully.
Does Guinness's team feel great after getting this win. You know, Glaba did mention. I just want to throw in. Glaba mentioned when he was picking people that he was picking people that he had like some history or knowledge with the idea that he could motivate them and they could get together and practice more games, etc. So we might expect that it'd be a bit of a slow start for Glaba's team. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what the rest of their matches look like.
Yeah, 100%. I'm 100% on Glaba's side here, and I hope that Yummy will have the fire lighted now. But yeah, I guess that concludes the first series we're gonna cast today.
Yep, absolutely. A pretty wonky yet efficient 2-0 over there.
Very
Guinness.
Entertaining. As wonky as it was, it was entertaining.
Yes, pulled a rabbit out of the hat in game 1 and just said Rax units OP in number 2. So well played.